So yeah, unfortunately he had got the news yesterday, um because his supervisor called him 'cause he was supposed to take a day off yesterday, um and just to study and get ready for his certification. Well, his supervisor called him at like 9 o'clock in the morning and told him that apparently what happened in Florence came up on his record, and even though it's just an arrest record, they he spoke to corporate, and corporate still doesn't want to go with him. So he has a bunch of interviews and a bunch of things that he could do, but that he can go to a bunch of other jobs that he can go to, but it's just one more thing that we have going on. But we're looking at the positive. Like I said, he got a couple of jobs that he can interview for. Two of them, he was like, they're too far on the truck to go back and forth from the hotel we're at. So he's like, that's not gonna work. So he didn't take those two, but he got two more lined up, and we're constantly putting in more. So yeah, I got a test that he can do. Um, we spoke to a lady at the clinic that I go to, and she said that basically all the plants here take people regardless of their criminal backgrounds. So we're looking at that, but I also applied to a couple of jobs that said that they don't care, and he heard back from one of them that they don't care, and that it's encouraged that if you have something on a discrepancy on your background, that they could go ahead and still give you a job. So yeah, he heard back from one of them. So finger crossed, he has that interview on Friday. Just one more thing. But yeah. Then our plan is to also start our business back. So that's what we plan on doing um today. Plan on starting our business back. However, we got to do it because we need our business for these type of situations. Because the thing is, we I spoke to my father-in-law today, and he was like, "Yeah, people should have been sued for the situation that happened in Florence, but with lawsuits, y'all know that lawyers cost money. Nobody's doing anything for free. You can, blow smoke all you want to about, this person did this, and I have proof, and I have this, and I have that. I mean, I even have the victim that, you know, they say did it, saying that they were not a victim, but prosecutors or detectives, whatever you want to call them, um, they're not going to admit they're wrong. They're just gonna, you know, post it up. I mean, not post it up, but yeah, post it up and let it collect dust. Because they're not going to say, yeah, I was wrong in doing this case. I wasn't supposed to touch this, but I did it anyway. And they don't care, that you have a life and that it's messing up, or I want to say the F word, but I'm not trying to slow down on my cursing. um, they don't care about, it messing up your life and messing up what you need to do as far as your family and what you have going on. Because it doesn't affect them. They did it, they can bury it, and they can throw it to the side. So we do plan on suing everybody that was involved with that case because um, we can go back and show that it did affect our lives. So we do plan on doing that. I think we have until it closes out. We have to get it cleared up and sued for. So we will sue. We just have to talk to an attorney and pay the attorney for it. Now we spoke to pro bono people and we haven't heard anything. Like I said, a lot of people is not going to take, um, especially situations with CPS and stuff like that, because CPS, number one, they're the number one um, dirty people. Like, if you look up numerous CPS cases, there's numerous cases that were filed in the Supreme Court and were annulled because CPS did something they wasn't supposed to do. Whether right or wrong, CPS got um, the CPS case got thrown away because they did something they wasn't supposed to do. So I don't see people really dealing with that for free. Um, but we done spoke to who we needed to speak to as far as trying to get someone to go ahead and volunteer and try to take the case so that way we can sue. Because yes, we do have a lot of um, evidence to prove that what happened shouldn't have happened. From the judge telling us, the judge that apparently signed the warrant was also the bond hearing judge. And he said the same thing. He said, I'm setting it for trial because I don't even believe, literally, and I quote, that y'all was supposed to be here. So, from the judge down to the attorneys, like I said, there's appointed attorneys. Neither one of us have heard back. Either one of our court appointed attorneys haven't heard anything from the prosecution. Talked to the solicitor on the prosecution side and on the defendant side. Both prosecutions said that, both solicitors said that they were going to get back to us and blah, blah, blah. Nobody has ever gotten back to us. It's been a year now since I spoke to them and tried to get it fixed. Or, I said, take me to trial. Go ahead. Because the thing is, it was never supposed to be in that courtroom. It was never supposed to get to that court. So I'm like, this is frustrating because I can't get numerous positions. He can't get numerous positions, all because someone did something they wasn't supposed to. Because they were doing someone, a CPS worker, a favor. This is what happened to my husband, and luckily Georgia has a fail-safe for that, where if a prosecutor does not want to prosecute within the year, it gets thrown away. But South Carolina, well, Florence doesn't have a fail-safe. So it could stay on your record for forever and they're not prosecuted. So you have to pay an attorney and get a paid attorney, someone who will go up there and shove court papers at them. Otherwise, they won't touch it, and it'll just sit there. we sat in the courtroom for our not court session, which is where you just go to general sessions and they reschedule you. But we sat in the first one, and we heard a lady go up to her paid attorney and say, "Hey, they're just now calling me for court," and that was from 15 years ago. And it was over, I think, a domestic dispute. And she was like, "So I don't even talk to that person, nor do I speak to that person, nor am I involved with that person." And the lady looked at it, the attorney looked at it, and she was like, "Yeah, it is from 15 years ago. Okay, I'll talk to the judge." And she threw it to the side. Didn't give the lady any resolution, didn't give her anything. Just said, "I'll talk to the judge," and threw it to the side and told her she's good to go. I'm pretty sure the paid attorney did not talk to the judge that day, did not say anything to the judge, and that's still pending on that lady's record. So, yeah, paid court appointed attorney. Well, court appointed, sorry, attorney. Same thing. It's from the court. The judge pays for him. So, I'm pretty sure she didn't talk to nobody. Because when the judge, everybody knows when the judge pays for your attorney, they're paying for a person just to stand in, so they could appease the law. That's it. It's not it's not a person that's on your side or helping you. It's just a person to stand in so that they can say they had them there. But yeah. Either way, like I said, I applied for him some more jobs. Unfortunately, on the women's side, we don't have that luxury unless you have a degree or something. Or you go into fast food, or you go into a warehouse. But otherwise than that, like a woman job, like customer service or administrative assistant or anything like that, that doesn't require you to have a degree, you don't have that luxury. So the plan is to get the business back because I have a business and I don't have to constantly. I've heard, this is my husband's first time hearing it, but I've heard it numerous times where corporate doesn't care, if it's an arrest charge or not. They just don't want you. I've heard it numerous times. So I'm going back to my business, and I want to do my YouTube channel full time, but I can't because of us being unstable in this state. I can't do that right now. So unfortunately, I'm just doing my business, and I'll come up here and update y'all when I can. Yeah. Hi, Vicky. It's sad that, it's real sad that actual felons, can get jobs, but people with arrest charges can't. It's crazy. I don't know where that makes sense in the world, because I know actual felons with good jobs. And when I look up certain jobs, like for second chance, that's what it's called on Indeed, second chance or fair chance employees, there are dentists up there, doctors, psychiatrists, sorry. Yeah, people in big jobs. But tiny itty bitty people like customer service reps and, like I said, receptionists, sales associates, they don't have that luxury unless you work in Walmart or Kroger. But I'm gonna jump off, guys. I just came up here to really vent about what's going on and really update. I'm gonna try to keep, like I said, keep updating you guys because I know my content has a lot of gaps in it. It's not on purpose. It's because, like I said, ever since I moved to the state, it's been one thing after another thing after another thing after another thing, and it gets tiring sometimes, and we have to take a mental break. Like, we literally have to force a mental break because otherwise it's just spiraling. So, anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.